Hello YouTube, my name is Ayana. I am the Crafty Notary and welcome back to my channel. Boy, when I tell you that it has been a chore trying to get this video to you, I don't even know how to explain it. Long story short, this is the fourth try that I have made in trying to get this video recorded and uploaded to YouTube. So we are talking about 7 things you need to do, or 7 steps to becoming a Florida notary public, okay? And we're just gonna jump right in with number 1, and number 1 is training. Now, the training course to become a notary public or to be commissioned as a notary public is free. It is on the sunbiz.org website, the state of Florida, and that course is free. Now, I've heard some talk about it not being very updated. However, it's the same course that the National Notary Association uses, and so it's good enough to be commissioned. You will learn the basics of becoming a notary public, and that's all you need. So the actual course is free, and so there's 2 pathways we're going to kind of refer to. One is whether or not you go through a third-party provider such as National Notary Association. So these third parties will do everything for you, and if you check on the state of Florida's website, they are approved to electronically submit applications to the state of Florida on your behalf. The other thing we're going to compare it to is doing it all on your own and getting everything you need in order to submit your application to the state of Florida on your own. Now, I didn't do it on my own. I use the National Notary Association. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm not sponsored by them. They are just a trusted source for all things notary public for all states. So that is why I use them. All right. And so again, the training is very basic. And at the end of the training, you will get a certificate. Now, the certificate will look something like this. Let's hold it up. There you go. And the reason why I'm showing you the certificate, this one's actually for my Ron, but it's the same certificate, is there is a signature line here. And I'm not sure if this only comes through the National Notary Association or if it's on the state of Florida certificate as well. But you want to make sure if that signature line is there that you sign your actual certificate that you completed the course. If you don't sign and you send everything to the National Notary Association in California, it will be your application, or if you send it to Florida, it will be delayed because you did not sign the certificate. So make sure you sign the certificate. Step 2 is the application. Now, I went through the National Notary Association, so they provided a link to the application. I'm not sure if that application is on the state's website, but I'm sure it has to be. That application will need to be completed in its entirety, and you want to make sure that you have one person that can vouch for your personal character. And that person will have to complete a section and sign it, stating that they can vouch for your morality and your character. That person cannot be someone that is related to you. So if you're like me and you don't have many friends where you live, you're going to have to maybe ask a coworker or someone like that. It can't be a family member. It has to be someone that is not related. So I just want to point that out. Once you have the application completed, along with the certificate of training, you are going to submit that to the National Notary Association. Now, if you're doing it on your own, you're going to submit that to the state of Florida with, what brings me to number 3, is your bond. Now, what is a bond? A bond is a third-party obligation between you, the notary public, the state of Florida or the Secretary of State, and the bond company, the merchant, the bond company. And it's the same concept as a bond as it applies to getting someone out of jail, bonding someone out of jail. Same concept. You pay for a bond. The bond merchant then says they guarantee to pay the state of Florida up to the bond amount in the event that you, the notary public, incurs any loss to the public. There are some packages that the National Notary Association offers, and a bond is included. The bond amount that is included with those packages is $7,500. You can do all this on your own and get a bond on your own. However, there is a document that the bond merchant will have to complete, and you need that document in order to submit your application to the state of Florida. So if you're doing this on your own, you're going to need 3 things: your certificate of completion for the training, your application that's completely filled out, and you're going to need the document stating that you are bonded. So those will be the things that you will submit to the state of Florida. And now, if you go through the National Notary Association, they have 3 packages on their website that you can choose from. Now, I pulled this information a day or 2 ago. So as of the 7th or the 8th, this information was from then. If the prices are different now, what can I say? So with that, there is a basic package. With the basic package, you are going to get the following. They will pay your state filing fee, which, by the way, if you're doing it on your own, you need to include that with your application. So now there's another thing you need to include. So you need to do a check or a money order for that filing fee. And that filing fee can be found on the state of Florida's website, sunbiz.org. There's a tab that says Notary and Apostilles, or apostles. That's what everybody says, apostles, but the correct way to say it is apostilles and apostille. And you should be able to find the filing fee then. So the basic package with the National Notary Association will include the state filing fee, a 4-year bond up to $7,500, your stamp, the big stamp, the regular size stamp, the training, which is free, but they provide a link from their website so you don't have to do 2 websites. And then you get access for 4 years, which is the length of your the term of your commission, to the National Notary Association's hotline. The hotline is an important thing to have. The reason is that if you have a question, whether it's legal or just a general question, you can call the hotline and ask your question, and you will get an answer that is from a professional who has knowledge on your particular state. Take that out. I'm going to hear myself. Now, I'm not a fan of asking Facebook questions about legal things regarding notary public work. I'm not knocking anyone who has done it or who does it. It's just not my thing. And the reason being is that you'll get 50 responses, and half of them will be correct and the other half will be incorrect. And you don't know which one is which. And when you're in this business, your number one job is to protect your commission. So as it relates to being a servant of the public, you need to make sure you get an answer for what you need from a credible source. If you get sued, you can't go and tell a judge, well, I asked the people on Facebook, was this okay? You can't do that. So unless you ask an attorney or something like that. But I say call the hotline, document it, write it down, write the name, write the time, and there you go, especially if it's something that's really has legal ramifications. You can also email the Secretary of State. I know someone who did that, and they got an email response back, and that way they have a paper trail of that response. So that is why I feel the hotline is important. Now, The cost of the basic package is $127. Okay. Then the next step up is the standard package. It is $197. With that package, you get everything in the basic package. Okay. And you get a journal, a primer, which is the book with all the definitions and things you can notarize, things you can't notarize. It's basically like a summary of the course. And then you get a mini stamp. Okay. Now, before we get to the last package, I want to talk about number 4, and that is insurance. You are going to need errors and omissions insurance. Errors and omissions insurance is a common thing among businesses. Many different businesses have it, and it is to protect you from liability against any errors you made or anything you may have omitted. So, for example, you notarize a document, there was a blank space, you didn't see the blank space, you notarize it, later on down the line, they may put something in the blank space, it causes a big legal ruckus, and they come back to you and say, well, she notarized it or he notarized it. So that if there's a big thing, and you're sued, your errors and omissions insurance may cover that. So I believe in the first 2 packages for the National Notary Association, the errors and omissions insurance is $7,500. Now, there has been talk about whether or not that insurance covers you for loan signings. And what I would say is do your own research, okay, like I did. And you can call the National Notary Association and ask them for yourself, does this cover me as a loan signing agent? Get a response and then go from there. All right. So now the third package for the National Notary Association is the complete package. And that package actually includes errors and omissions insurance up to $25,000. And it includes everything in the standard and the basic package. So that one is $258. And that one is good for loan signing agents. If you know that's what your goal is, you may want to get that package. Because in order to be a loan signing agent, the minimum amount of errors and omissions is $25,000. Now, like I said, you will need to contact them and find out, does that cover you or do you need an additional policy? Do your own research on that. I would not rely on what someone else told me, not even me. All right. So once you have number 4, the insurance, number 5 is your supplies. Basically, the supplies we kind of already covered. You need your stamp, you need your journal, and I would say you need the primer. So if you don't get the primer in the basic package, I would say spring for it and buy it from the National Notary Association. You can thank me later. Other than that, other supplies, you can get clipboards or pens and magnets and things like that that will help you market your business. But you need the journal and the stamp. Now, the journal is not required to be completed in the state of Florida. However, I recommend you complete a journal entry for each and every transaction you make, because you never know when something will come back on you and you need a paper trail. When you get sued or brought up in court or subpoenaed for someone else that, maybe you're not being sued, but you're subpoenaed to represent to stand by your signature or whatever have you, whatever the thing is, you want to make sure you have a paper trail. And so having, the journal filled out properly with the date, the time, where you signed, the name of the person, their ID information. I typically write their expiration date of the ID and the ID number. And then any notes that you need to take. And then also there's a place for thumbprints. I don't personally do thumbprints, but it's an added piece. I mean, if you're brought up in court and someone says, that's not my signature, and you got their thumbprint, buddy, I don't know what to tell you. So make sure you're protecting your commission, okay? Number 6 is marketing. So after you've done all of that and you've gotten your commission, and it took me probably about, with the faux pas of not signing the certificate, about 3 to 4 weeks to get everything. So if you sign a certificate and you do everything properly, it could come back quicker than that. If you use a National Notary Association, you're mailing your information to them. They are submitting it electronically to the state of Florida. The state of Florida then sends your actual certificate of commission back to National Notary Association, and then they produce your stamp with that information, and then they send it back to you. They send everything to you. You'll get the journal and the booklet first, and then I think you get the stamps and then and their certificate. It's either 1 or 2 different mailings that you get. All right, but you want to market yourself. So you can use Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Thumbtack. There's a cost for that. Nextdoor, there's a cost for that. You can use word of mouth. You can use those groups on Facebook, like for HOA groups. You can do flyers in the library, whatever you need to do. Pick up the phone and start calling people. You need to get yourself out there. Otherwise, you won't make money. So there's a lot of people that come into this business, and I always see comments. And in fact, I saw a comment on one of my videos that talked about there's too many people and it's oversaturated in this industry. And to that, I will say there are a lot of people that are coming into this industry. However, not all of them will stay. Not all of them will make it. And some of them don't make it because they go in thinking, I'm going to make 6 figures the month after I get commissioned, or the month after I become a loan signing agent, and they get a rude awakening. You need to market your business. This is a business. All businesses have to market. All of them. There's not one that does not market. Maybe doctors' offices, but hey, even they market. If you look at cosmetic doctors and dentists and things like that, everybody needs to market, and you are no different. So if you want to make 6 figures and you want to make this your main bread and butter, you can absolutely do that. The universe has enough for us all. You just have to get out there and market yourself and make yourself stand out. So that is number 6. Number 7 is simple. You just win. Okay? Just win at what you are doing. All right? And that is the video for today. Now, I also want to tell you about signing up for emails from me, the Crafty Notary. Head to the description, and my website is there, www.thecraftynotary.com. When you sign up for for my email mailing list, you will receive a signing service list. It's a 7-page list of signing services. It is recommended, if you are a loan signing agent, that you go through all of them. I'm just starting to go through all of them. I've signed up with a few, a double few, like a few squared. But the more you sign up with, the merrier. And so I'm trying to spend a few minutes every day signing up with signing services. So that list is there for you when you sign up for my email mailing list. Another thing I want to mention is that I am now available to you for coaching and mentoring. How this will work is that I am offering 30 minutes for $30, and you will go to my website, click on the tab for mentoring and coaching, and you can sign up there for that. And it's a great thing to do if you don't have really good direction on where you want to go, or you have a general question, or there's a few things that you're just not clear on. Let's chat. Let's talk about it. I'm here for you. And that was by popular demand. I kept getting asked about it, so I created it for you. So take advantage of that. Again, www.thecraftynotary.com. What else do I have for you today? As always, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build to 1,000 followers. So share with any other notaries that you know. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you a dime. Hit the notification bell if you like to be notified for videos as they come out, especially if you ask me for a specific comment or if it's a specific video. And leave comments below. Ask me any question, request any video. I'm here to help you become successful. So until then, you all enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, your weekend, or whenever you're watching this. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.